Picture a parched, barren land devoid of life. Now imagine a vibrant, lush garden, thriving amidst a drought. Seems impossible, right? Not with xeriscaping. This revolutionary approach to gardening is a game changer. Where conventional methods falter, xeriscaping thrives. It's like painting a vivid masterpiece on a dry, empty canvas, crafting an eco-friendly oasis in the least expected places. Think about it. You're in an arid, lifeless terrain, and there blooms a garden, bursting with color and vibrancy, undeterred by the lack of water. That's the magic of xeriscaping. It's not just about planting a seed and hoping for the best. It's about understanding the environment, working with it, not against it. It's about creating a sustainable future, one garden at a time. This contrast, this stark difference, is what makes xeriscaping truly stand out. Xeriscaping is not just a gardening technique, it's the art of creating life where there was none. At the heart of xeriscaping are 7 core principles that guide this transformative approach to gardening. Firstly, let's delve into planning and design. This is the blueprint, the roadmap that will guide your xeriscaping journey. It's about envisioning your garden, considering the layout, the plants, the aesthetics, and the practicalities. It's where you decide what goes where, based on sunlight, shade, and the natural terrain. It's about creating harmony, balance, and beauty, all while being water-wise. Next up is soil analysis and improvement. This is where you roll up your sleeves and get your hands dirty, quite literally. You need to understand your soil, its texture, its composition, its pH. Is it loamy, sandy, or clayey? Each soil type has its quirks, its strengths, and weaknesses. Once you know your soil, you can improve it, adding compost or organic matter to enhance its water-holding capacity and fertility. Thirdly, we have practical turf areas. Now this doesn't mean you need to eliminate your lawn entirely. It's about being strategic, about placing turf where it has a purpose, perhaps as a play area for kids or pets. Opt for drought-resistant grass varieties and keep the lawn size manageable to conserve water. The fourth principle is appropriate plant selection. This is the heart and soul of xeriscaping. Choose plants that are native or adapted to your region, plants that are drought-tolerant and require minimal water once established. It's not just about cacti and succulents, though they are fantastic choices. You'd be surprised at the variety of beautiful, vibrant plants that thrive with less water. Moving on, we come to efficient irrigation. Water is a precious resource, and xeriscaping is all about using it wisely. Drip irrigation, soaker hoses, or microspray systems are great ways to deliver water directly to the plant roots, minimizing evaporation and waste. Watering in the early morning or late evening can further reduce water loss. The sixth principle is the use of mulches. Mulch is the unsung hero of the xeriscaping world. It insulates the soil, keeping it cool in summer and warm in winter. It reduces evaporation, suppresses weeds, and over time breaks down to enrich the soil. Organic mulches like wood chips, straw, or compost are excellent choices. Finally, we come to maintenance. Yes, xeriscaped gardens require less care, but that doesn't mean no care. Regular pruning, weeding, and checking your irrigation systems for leaks are all part of the game. But think of it this way. The time you spend maintaining your xeriscaped garden is likely much less than the time you'd spend watering a traditional garden. Understanding and applying these principles is key to creating a successful xeriscaped garden. And remember, xeriscaping is not just about saving water. It's about creating a garden that's in tune with nature, a garden that's resilient, sustainable, and utterly beautiful. But don't just take our word for it. Let's explore some success stories of xeriscaped gardens from around the globe. In the heart of the arid Southwest, a homeowner transformed a water-guzzling lawn into a stunning array of native plants and cacti. Not only did their water bill shrink by 70%, but they also created a haven for local wildlife and a visual feast for the eyes. Venture to the Mediterranean, where another gardener replaced their thirsty roses with drought-tolerant lavender and thyme. The result? A fragrant purple-hued sanctuary that uses a fraction of the water, and an outdoor space that hums with bees and butterflies. Now, imagine a suburban neighborhood in the middle of a drought-stricken city. Lawns are turning brown, but one house stands out with its vibrant, lush garden. How did they do it? By embracing xeriscaping principles. They swapped water-hungry grass for native ground covers, and their garden now thrives, even in the driest of summers. Let's not forget the public spaces. There's a park in California that was once a water-intensive turf field. Today, it's a xeriscaped masterpiece, filled with drought-resistant plants, winding paths, and seating areas. It's become a beloved community spot, and it uses 50% less water than before. Finally, consider an apartment complex in Australia. The property managers replaced the conventional landscaping with a xeriscape design. Now residents enjoy a beautiful, low-maintenance garden that saves thousands of gallons of water each year, and the complex has become a model for other properties in the area. These stories aren't just about saving water, they're about creating thriving ecosystems, enhancing biodiversity, and crafting beautiful landscapes that inspire others. They're about homeowners, gardeners, and communities embracing a new way of thinking about gardening and making a tangible impact. These gardens are living proof that xeriscaping is both sustainable and beautiful. Feeling inspired? It's time to roll up your sleeves and start xeriscaping. Transforming your garden into a water-efficient marvel doesn't have to be daunting. With some practical advice and a bit of creativity, you're well on your way to creating a sustainable paradise. Let's begin with plant selection. It's crucial to choose plants that are native or adapted to your region. These plants are accustomed to the local climate and soil conditions, needing less water and care than exotic species. Succulents like agave and aloe or flowering plants such as lavender and sage make excellent choices for a xeriscaped garden. Next, let's talk about design. A well-planned xeriscape doesn't just conserve water, it can be a feast for the eyes. Consider grouping plants with similar water needs together. This technique, known as hydrozoning, not only saves water but also creates visually striking clusters of color and texture. Remember to incorporate various heights and layers into your design, using taller plants as a backdrop for lower-growing species. How about maintenance? Fear not, xeriscaping doesn't mean zero maintenance. However, it is typically less demanding than traditional gardening. Regular tasks include pruning, weeding, and occasionally checking your irrigation system for efficiency. Mulching is also a key part of maintenance. Organic mulches like wood chips or compost help to retain moisture, reduce weed growth, and enrich the soil over time. And lastly, don't forget about the hardscape. Incorporating non-living elements like rocks, gravel, or decorative statues can add an extra layer of interest to your garden. They also serve a practical purpose, reducing the area that needs watering and providing a heat buffer for your plants. So there you have it, a crash course in DIY xeriscaping. Remember, the beauty of xeriscaping lies not just in its water-saving potential but also in its ability to create stunning, diverse landscapes that reflect the natural beauty of your region. With the right knowledge and a bit of creativity, you too can create a drought-resistant paradise in your own backyard. The power to change our landscapes for the better is in our hands. We all have the opportunity to make a difference right in our own backyards. With xeriscaping, we're not just creating beautiful gardens that can withstand drought conditions, we're also crafting an environmentally friendly solution to water scarcity. This isn't simply about gardening, it's about conscious living and thoughtful design. It's about choosing plants that are not only attractive but also suitable for our local climates. It's about embracing efficient irrigation methods and soil improvement techniques that conserve our precious water resources. Xeriscaping is more than a gardening trend, it's a growing movement. It's a lifestyle choice that's sustainable, practical, and incredibly rewarding. It's a way to contribute to the health of our planet and create stunning landscapes that thrive in harmony with nature. Imagine the impact we can make, one garden at a time, towards a more sustainable planet. Start your xeriscaping journey today.